Train the muscles, not the joints. All right, it's time for the Sunday live workout. Welcome to the Sunday live workout. Let's do this. I don't even want to do legs today, but somebody's on this rack, so it's almost like my prerogative to take their weights off and just, well, I don't know, this is how I interact. Eh? This is how you make friends. Hey! Hey, oh, there's Glenn, gangster. First of all, okay, welcome to the hood. First of all, I want to say welcome to the hood, first of all. We got like a guy that thinks he's from the hood, he's wearing the toque, he's like badass right now, yeah? And then we got Vanilla Ice over there. That's Vanilla Ice. Dun 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 dun. Ice, beam. Dun 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 dun. Come on, can you do the moves? Ice, baby. Dun, 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 right? Because if you're gonna wear those white pants and shit, you gotta get the moves down. Great. So anyway, this is the live workout. I'm gonna be doing live streaming right now, so if anybody gets offended by what they see, it's not my fault. I'm not gonna edit it out. Okay, I'm gonna start with some shoulder press, so I'm gonna do some triceps and some legs. I am Superman! I'm Superman! Superman! Right? Superman! Set number one. Might edit out his set. But.
You want to get the garage shot?
What's that?
Garage shot?
315. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, just put 3 plates. Whatever, man. Whatever you want. 4 plates.
Viewers.
100 plates. I went that heavy and standing shoulder press for a while, so first time in a bit. That's why I'm a pansy ass, but actually I got a lot of other excuses. I got a lot of other excuses of why I'm a pansy ass, but that's the one I have today. Sets. Now I'm going to go down and wait. I'll take about 2 minutes rest, so I'll just let this video camera run here, and then I'll go down to 1 plate. usually how I use heavy weight. It's different pyramiding up in weight or doing 5x5. I do that from time to time, but most of the time I'll just go heavy for a couple sets and then I'll work back down, right? So I work different muscle fibers. You guys probably want a different angle, right? Different angle? Okay, let's try different angles. Here we go, different angles. Come over here with me, okay? So you can see. It's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of cool, seeing the different angles. Yeah, my crotch is at my chest level. Different angle. Yeah, it's just different. You use more of your neck. When you're doing standing shoulder press, you use a lot more of your neck, your traps, because the movement is not just straight up and down. It's like this, and then it comes back. So it moves the upper trap, right? But a lot of times, sometimes I'll just stay in this range too if I just want to hit front delt, because you don't want to strain your neck either, right? So it's kind of a compromise, right? It depends on where your weak link is. Yeah, but I like it. It's different than standard shoulder press. Yeah.
My weak link is this good.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you texting again? What's going on there, man? Ice, baby. Okay? Hashtag ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Come on, back to first Jake.
All right. Last set of these. Oh yeah. What's the move? Okay, that concludes that. All right, let's go this way. I'm gonna do some shoulders, a little bit more shoulders and triceps, and then I'm gonna move on to some legs. Just gotta get the sweater off now. I'm hot. Getting hot, man. Getting hot. Here you go. No, yeah, I'm on to something else now. Now shoulders, yeah, different part. All right, here we go. Navigate through all the gym here. What's going on there, Gangster Glenn? I'm gonna call you Double G, Gangster Glenn. Gangster Glenn with his new tooth is so badass.
It does.
Hmm?
The more badass you are, the better it makes you feel when you work out.
That's right. So a lot of times I use this machine because for filming purposes it's a little bit easier. Just because I'm right here and you can kind of set the focus and everything. But when I'm doing standing type stuff, sometimes I miss my shots from time to time. But anyway, I like this machine too, so I don't have to work the lower back at all. And I'm going to be working the lower back quite a bit with some sort of, maybe I will, I don't know. Maybe I'll be doing some hack squats. We'll see what goes on. This is how I do my workout. I just kind of go with the flow, right? So as you can see, sometimes I like doing heavy sets, and then I lighten up after. On isolations, I tend to do lighter weight as a general rule, but not always, but most of the time. One more set of these. This pad smells. Tonight I'm actually on time. This is good. I'm on time tonight. an angle change. Okay, let's go do some triceps now. I'm gonna do some skull crushers, and I'll move on to some press downs. Reminds me, if you have trouble feeling a body part, do lightweight with it, and it'll help you connect to it better. Just get the deep burn, right? So that's why I'm doing 25 pounders. I find it's better for the deep burn right now, although I can do a lot heavier, right? One more of these, one more. All right, excellent. Triceps now, tricep press down. Let's do this, okay? You guys ready? Ready for some tricep press down now? Yeah? I think you're ready, man. I think you're ready. try and change up the angles. Change up the angles, right? Where are you going? Where are you going? Time for some legs now. Let's do some legs. All right, let's do some legs. I don't have to do squats today. I did squats last leg workout, so what are we gonna do now, eh? The guy just took off, eh? He just took off, didn't even say bye. The kid. Oh, he's still there? He better be, I'll kill him. Hey, there's gym etiquette, man. You know, you can't just take off without saying bye and shit. This is crap, man. Kids today, kids. Hey, kids. You're so lucky you're still here. I thought you left without saying bye. I thought you just took off. I'm like, I'm gonna get you next time. I was gonna kick the shit out of you. Because we're friends, right? I'm allowed to do that. We're friends now. He's my friend now. I paid him. All right, I'm getting ready here. I'm putting my shirt on. I'm gonna do some hack squat, reverse hack squat. I'm working with this guy because he's probably supersetting on 17 different moves. Yeah, well, if I gave you what you're worth, you'd be owing me. Hey? Hey, but we're wearing the same pants today. Oh, look at that. Pants, the same pants. That means something. It's a sign from the heavens above. Does that make my ass look big? What do you think?
I wasn't looking, but...
You weren't looking? No? I'm just checking. I got a reputation to uphold. The shittiest looking YouTuber on there, and I want to make sure I'm upholding that fucking... Yeah, I see the pants are tight enough, yeah. I don't want you to see my camel toe. What, you want to volunteer for that kind of stuff? I'll sign you right up. I've had to do this entire game I've had to do myself with no help from anybody. So it'll be a relief to get help for once.
Yeah.
Climb my way out of the grave to 5,000 subscribers now. Man, I had to work for every subscriber I got. I had 10 haters for every one like. Oh no, it was bad. The Jazz can't even find my YouTube channel.
You got my moral support.
Yeah. You can't even find it. Go up and wait there because I'm a lot like you guys. I'm a stud, you know, so I gotta use bigger weight. Well, when I do it reverse, it takes the pressure off the knees, but keeps it on the hamstrings and the hips, which is safer. It just depends on how you're built though, right? If you're built right, like say you have shorter femurs and stuff, you could do the typical hack squat. It might be good for you, but for me, I find it, because the hamstrings are laxed, it puts a lot of pressure on the knee. Yeah. And I find it just kills the knees. Like I used to do heavyweight hack squats when I was like 20 years old, and one day I just felt a pop, and it was like, it just didn't feel right. It was like pushing off the wrong way, you know, like not a biomechanically correct way for me. But that changes on the person. So when you turn around, it puts the pressure more on the hips, which is the strongest joint of the body, and the hamstrings and everything. So. Yeah, so this is nice to do lighter weight and just rep out a little bit. Change the intensity up, right? I think it's time for a slow motion shot. You're text messaging. You're on your phone. Come on, little guy, you could do it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the shrugger. Burn. Better off getting cable.
I don't have cable, that's why I'm here watching.
Stare at me at the gym, stare at me at home on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, so
Sad life.
what a sad life. Yeah, what a sad life. So the trick to Romanian deadlifts is to go down low enough that you keep your back arched and you feel the stretch in the muscle belly of the hamstring. But once you start rounding your back, you'll start putting too much stress on the lower back. And if you start overstretching the hamstring, you'll start pulling on the insertion point, so you might tear a hamstring, right? So you don't want to feel the stress by the knee or in the back of the knee. So yeah, it's a happy medium. So you bend the knees slightly, and you bend over until you feel that stretch start to transfer to the knee, and then you want to come back up, or until you start to feel that stress primarily just in the lower back. You want to make sure that back stays arched. I know this subject's a little bit off the subject, you know, but I ran into a few people the last few days, and these people are always looking at what they can get from everybody, what they can get from life, what they can get from this person, that person. But instead of doing that, you're better off looking at what you can give and then what you can gain as well from giving, you know? At least that's a more evolved way of looking at things, rather than just being a parasite. Because it's the same thing with the gym. Everything starts with what you give. You give effort, then you get result. You give priority, then you show up to the gym, then you get a result. So I find that really successful people understand this law of life. You got to give some love in order to receive love. You got to give admiration in order to receive admiration. And you got to give help in order to receive help, right? That's just the way it is. So if some part of you resonates with this, you're on the right track. I think you're learning one of the laws of life, right? One more. Thanks a lot for tuning into the live workout. I'll do some calves tomorrow. And that's about it. Take care for now.